Master! I await you, Lord and Master! I am here to serve you, Lord Master. Remember me!
Now then, what's all this, Renfield? Why not play with your little sparrows and give us a rest,
I've eaten them. They're nothing to me. Let me, if you will, sir, enjoy a moment of Dr. Seward's inestimable company.
The doctor is sick today, and if you ask me, I don't blame him. Shame on you, Renfield, all those nice, pleasant little sparrows, so chipper and friendly.
Ah, madam, I am honored indeed.
Now what?
What incomparable elegance, what gentle, dainty charm.
Why, thank you, Renfield. I do my best to keep up appearances.
I refer, insolent rogue, to the lady behind you.
Oh, her. Ladies are always following me about.
Are you Dr. Seward?
No, bless me.
It's you again?
Yes, it's me again, and the doctor can't see you. And how did you get in?
I walked in, and I must see Dr. Seward. It's about my husband, his mind, some disorder. It haunts me. It terrifies me. You must let me see him.
Rogue, would you let a lady weep?
All right, I'll ask him again. No.
John, friend John, you are feeling better, perhaps? Possibly you should to your bed return. Another sedative?
No.
There's so little we know. I have learned the first time when he enters a house, he must receive invitation, but he's cunning. We must trace each detail in the case of poor Lucy. What do you watch so intently?
Nothing. Go on.
Each moment of her life, from the moment of the first sign, the paleness, the dreams, the throat wounds, this you must trace and study for some clue. What are you doing with the pistol, friend John?
This.
Friend John, what is this?
In the window, with his black, ugly wings spread out, there was a bat.
Ah, a bat.
Dr. Seward, you're right, sir.
Quite all right. Thank you, Swales. I just shot a bat.
Dr. Seward?
Swales, who is this young lady?
I'm sorry, sir. I heard the shot. She would follow me.
Dr. Seward, I believe it is not considered quite fashionable to point at a gentlewoman with a pistol.
What? Oh, your pardon. What is it you want?
Dr. Seward, it's about my husband, and your reputation has brought me to you.
What about your husband?
He's perfectly sane, and he insists he's insane.
That's refreshing. The world is full of people perfectly insane, insisting they're sane.
Please, Dr. Seward, it really is driving both of us out of our minds. He's had some terrible experience he won't speak of. He was ill a long time ago, and now... Oh, you must help us, Dr. Seward. Prove to him he isn't unbalanced.
Friend John, there's no bat here, shot at or otherwise.
Dr. Seward, please.
What's your name?
Mrs. Harker. Mrs. Jonathan Harker.
I didn't mind the train down to Purfleet, but the carriage, the sound of those wheels, the horses' hooves...
Oh, Jonathan, darling, we'll be there in a minute.
Unbearable. Unbearable.
Oh, darling, please. Dr. Seward will help you, you'll see. But you'll have to let him have that sealed journal.
Yes. Yes, I know you're right, Mina. We have to settle this, and a journal is part of it.
Oh, Jonathan, now that you're facing this, everything will be all right.
Oh, dear, lovely Mina. So good to me, so patient.
No, darling, I'm not. I love you, that's all.
Even as I am, tormented with the certainty...
No, darling, sweetheart, there's nothing certain about it, except that you've been ill, and you'll be better. There's nothing wrong with your mind. Do you think I could love and marry someone whose mind... What is it?
Do you hear it?
What?
You must hear it. Tell me, Mina, that you hear it too.
Jonathan, what? Do you mean the music?
Yes, I meant the music.
It's only a gypsy camp out there by the road.
Only a gypsy camp? Take me to your doctor of madmen. Lock me up. Well, Dr. Seward, you read it. I haven't even allowed Mina to see it. All those experiences, they're real to me. Everything is real. Well?
Well, Doctor?
Oh, Lord, I see myself hanging above the ghastly abyss, climbing, none of it possible, but the brain fever in the Budapest hospital. I know it happened, therefore I must have a madness in me.
Doctor, please, say something.
Van Helsing!
Doctor!
Van Helsing! Swells! Swells, you rascal!
Yes, Doctor, what is it?
Van Helsing, get him in here, now, this instant, hurry. Hurry, what are you standing there for?
Love me, yes, indeed, at once.
For the love of heaven, Doctor.
It's no use, Mina.
Now listen, you two are moving into my quarters here. You, Mr. Harker, are going to tell me everything you know about this Count Dracula. Every contact you gave him, every solicitor's name, every small detail you can rip up from your memory.
Is that to be part of the treatment?
Treatment? Ha! Jonathan Harker, you're as sane as I or the great Van Helsing himself. We need you, Jonathan Harker. We're going to war.
War?
Yes, war on Dracula. Renfield, you have made yourself very difficult with your insistence when I'm exceedingly busy. What is it you wish? Sugar for flies?
Dr. Seward, I am in full possession of my faculties. I must beg of you to release me.
If that is true, in time, Renfield.
No, sir, now. This request is not of first consequence to myself, but to the health, the welfare, the very lives of others.
Why do you wish to leave, Renfield? What reasons?
If I tell you that, it will convince you only of my undoubted madness. What can I say?
You have answered for me, Renfield. Perhaps I can serve you in some other fashion.
What can I say? You will, I trust, Dr. Seward, do me the justice to bear in mind later on that I did what I could to convince you tonight.
And now, gentlemen and dear lady, of whom we have become so fond.
Thank you, Dr. Van Helsing.
Now we are ready to begin to act, but we deal with one which has survived many centuries, and we must assume many attacks must not fail.
We won't.
Now.
He drove me to madness. He won't do that again to any other.
I'm cold.
Mina's not well today.
It has been a strain for such a gentle one.
This scarf seems hardly enough. I'll borrow a coat?
Take mine, of course.
We know that in life he was a brilliant man, a descendant of Attila the Hun. We know, too, from our studies, he must be the Count Dracula, who did his army abandon to the Turkish slaughter and homeward flee to raise a new force and try again.
And we know from Jonathan that he's at Carfax. Carfax, next door.
That is our next move. Is he there? Will we see?
Please, be careful. Last night I dreamed...
Let him be careful now.
$27, $28, $29, $30. There were 50.
So these then are the boxes, the coffins with the earth of his own grave, the vampire's lair, and each coffin a lair.
Did you hear something?
No.
It preys upon my nerves, this ruined old house, the dark shadows, the stone walls, the coffin. It's Castle Dracula again.
It is well to be cautious. Our enemy not only has a magic cunning, he has the strength of 20 men, and whereas our windpipes are of the common kind, We cannot hurt him. As he can hurt us, he is dead.
Van Helsing, we've seen those boxes before.
Yes, friend John. An uncommon vampire is Dracula, so wily as to provide himself somewhere in London with 20 ways of escape and of hiding. Besides this old house, his headquarters. You know, it's our friend Jonathan here who must show us how to trace them through the solicitors, the shippers, and carters, and who unknowingly transported these terrible things.
Renfield. Renfield attacked those carters.
Renfield? Yes, Lord and Master was the poor soul's cry.
Renfield knows something about this. We've got to see him.
I thought I saw a face.
Where?
There in the window. The highlights of his face, the high ridge of the nose, the red lips and red eyes, that awful color.
There's nothing there.
Listen, rats!
Dr. Seward!
Dr. Seward!
What's that?
Swales.
Thousands of rats! Look, they are coming.
It's him. He's sending them.
Dr. Seward.
Renfield, someone tried to murder him.
Someone tried to murder Renfield?
Dracula sent these rats.
Great heavens, I see a million wicked eyes. Run, run, run for your lives.
This is how I found Renfield just a few minutes back. As I was coming round to light the lamps, the window bars torn open, the door flung into the corridor. The poor old loony.
Jacket? Take off the straitjacket.
There is no straitjacket, Renfield.
Poor devil smashed about like that.
We must arouse Renfield to talk.
Brandy.
Swales, Brandy in my office.
Brandy.
Renfield, tell us.
The dogs howled, and the bats came. In the mist, he stood at my window as before. His eyes were fierce like a man's when mad. He laughed with his red mouth. The white teeth glinted in the moonlight. I was angry. Before, he sent the flies, the great fat ones with steel and sapphire on their wings, all lives, all red blood with years of life in it. All these lives and more will I give you through countless ages if you fall down and worship me. I invite him in. Come in, Lord and Master, enter. Ha ha, he laughs. He is in my room. Then I know. It is next to be the young lady of charm. I am a madman, and I have me now a madman's strength. Yes, Lord and Master, I gave you I gave you... Oh, Lord.
Renfield! Renfield! He's dead. There's no doubt how.
I tried to get the brandy. The poor old loony. Such a decent sort in a way.
Friend John?
Yes?
Oh, what did he say? It is next to be the young lady of charm?
Mrs. Harker!
Mina. Oh, heaven, Mina.
Your skin is the snow. Your throat as soft as the quivering rabbits.
Cold. I am frozen with ice.
I have kissed you, and I will kiss you again. I will come again and kiss again.
Cold. Cold.
Shall we warm your dreams, beautiful one? You too will kiss. Place your lips, your pale lips, to my throat. They will be rich again. Your blood will be my blood. My blood will be your blood. You will know in your blood that I will come again, and you will seek me forever.
Dracula. Shoot him down.
Rules!
Shoot him, shoot him.
I shoot, but he doesn't die.
I have the weapons he fears.
Be careful, he'll try something.
Oh no, you fear it. Is it not you who live in eternal death to fear this cross, the sign of eternal life?
You think to baffle me? You with your pale faces all in a row like sheep in a butcher's? My revenge is just begun. I spread it over centuries. You shall be my creatures, to do my bidding, and to be my jackals when I want to feed.
He's going through the window. Stop him.
We cannot stop him. Only friend John to return. Through the shippers, the cartage men, we have traced each coffin to its hiding place. We have polluted each with a garlic flower and sanctified each with a holy crucifix. Now, he has only Carfax. We will there catch him by daylight, helpless.
Unless Dr. Stewart found him in his coffin in a Piccadilly house.
Otherwise, I could wish friend John would hurry. It grows so late, and each night is a terror.
I am cold. I'm not well.
What precautions can we take? Each must have the protecting crucifix. I place it to your forehead, Jonathan, and Mina, I touch it to yours. What?
Mina, don't be afraid. All he did was touch the cross to you.
Her forehead.
It burned.
Look, Mina.
Not now, Swales, not now. Take care of it yourself. Van Helsing.
Burned.
Burned into her forehead. A brand.
Van Helsing, Jonathan, Mina.
Did you find him?
Only the coffins. I fixed them right enough. But then I went over to Carfax.
You should have waited. I, too, have a score to settle.
There were only 29. He must have removed one in the night. Now we have no way to trace him.
Escaping. He is escaping. Darkness. The smell of earth. Wagon wheels.
What is she saying?
I want to follow. I want to go.
Look what he's done to my lovely. The marks of the vampire on her poor throat.
We must all keep together, always. What is the story? When in life, he abandoned to the slaughter his helpless people and fled home to try again.
He's going to a seaport to go home. He's going to start over.
Come, all of us, we must together go to make the last desperate fight against this monster.
Where to?
If necessary, to Transylvania, to Castle Dracula.
May God give him into my hands just long enough to destroy that earthly life. If beyond it I could send his soul forever and ever to burning hell, I would do it. Dracula, in his coffin.
We've got him.
We must do this quickly. The sun is low.
What are you going to do?
Hush, Mina, darling. We've got him now.
I'm frightened.
Friend John, I think you especially have the right.
I know just what to do.
First, I must remind you all that this is not vengeance. We set to rest a human soul.
Whatever it is, I'm ready. If you want to pray for him, start praying. For me, every blow will be for Lucy and what he made me do at her tomb.
How his eyes burn! With what ferocious rage out of the coffin!
Don't look at him. That was my mistake. Just do it.
Yes. Now the sun is lower, and soon it will be too late. Now, eternal rest give to him, O Lord, and let perpetual light shine upon him.
Jonathan. Oh, Jonathan.
Mina, darling, your forehead, your throat, the marks of the vampire are washed away.
You have been listening to Dracula, dramatized for radio by the Rivertown Radio Theater. Our team worked the night shift in the stacks of the Book Garden in Frenchtown, New Jersey, to put this rendition together. This work was produced by Saverio Monachino and directed by William Spear. In tonight's cast, Saverio took on the role of Count Dracula, while Paul O'Chadwick played the solicitor Jonathan Harker. Bonnie Berkowitz, when not playing Van Helsing, or the Bride of Dracula, was busy on the violin, serenading the cast and audience alike. Chris O'Chadwick was Dr. Seward, and Val Turner played the amazing Renfield. Several members of RTRT lent their voice to multiple characters this evening. Denise Long played Mina Harker, the coffin corner, one of the guards, and the mother who came to reclaim her baby from Dracula. Linda Osborne played Swales when she wasn't a gypsy or a vampire, or the coachman who could never get the horses to move fast enough to please his passengers. When not directing or putting together the sound effects, Mr. Spear also lent us his vocal skills, taking on the role of Dr. Visitant. For tonight's production, music came to us by Chris Zabriskie, Transatlantic Rage Below, Spin Day, Costa T, Mystified, Edward Elgar, Keijo Telemaki, and Clutter.